For this class, you'll need your strap and 2 blocks, ideally, if you have them. We're going to start with strapping up the right foot, reaching your right leg up to the sky. Right? Once you've got that done, straighten your left leg, vigorously reach and extend through your left leg. Right? Now, bend the right knee a little bit. Relax your arms, relax your fists. And then press your foot up towards the sky. Really contract around the quadriceps and the kneecap. Towards the end of an exhalation, do a little sit-up, hold briefly, inhale, lower down. Belts into the right hand. I'm going to use my left arm here to ground and stabilize. Externally rotate the right leg and start to slowly lower out to the right. Inhale, come back up. Half happy baby pose. Start to bend your right leg. Bend it out to the side. You can see this works well with the belt. You can hold it closer onto the foot. Some of you might be able to hold the foot itself. Right leg, something like a 90-degree angle. Draw downwards. Good. Release. Now, hug right knee into chest. If you're in a lot of back pain right now, I want you to skip this next part of it. But if your back is feeling pretty good, I want you to reach your right leg up to the sky, ground your arms alongside of you, firm around the knee, and slowly lengthen and lower this right leg. Right now, my quadriceps are burning a little bit here, which is good. We're strengthening legs in this class all the way down. Let the right leg relax a little bit. Let's do the second side. So you can bend both legs, belt up the left foot. Oops. Reach left leg up to sky. Once you have the left leg doing its thing, start to straighten your right leg, reach it long. Again, important to keep in mind that term begin to straighten. For some of you, the leg is not going to straighten all the way. We don't want the leg out here. So you can bend the leg a little bit and then work it towards straight. Right? Again, we're really, again, trying to access primarily hamstring muscles and release those. Towards the end of an exhale, do a little sit-up, brief abdominal contraction. Inhale, lower down. Belts into left hand, right arm grounds and stabilize. Externally rotate the left leg. Start to lower out to the left. Inhale, come back up. Half happy baby pose. See, my hand hasn't changed position. I'm going to bend the leg, sole of the foot facing the sky. You could walk your hand up closer to the foot. You could hold the ankle. We've done that in other classes. Or hold the foot itself. All right. And then set the belt down at your side. Left foot on the ground, or if your back is feeling pretty good today, reach your left leg back up to the sky without the belt now. Firm this whole area of your thigh. Reach your left leg long. Lengthen out of your lower back. Lengthen out of your belly. Slowly, slowly, all the way down and pause. Good. And then one more time, engage both legs. Firm, firm, firm. Take your arms up alongside your ears, wiggle your waist long, press your feet forward, and exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Full happy baby pose, right? Holding on to ankles, holding on to feet. I also want to show you, I haven't showed you yet in this series, some of you will need a belt to do this pose. Soles of the feet towards the sky, right? Belt across the soles of the feet. Lower back resting on the ground. Use your arms, pull down, right? Try not to do this. Try not to lift the lower back off the ground. Keep it anchoring. Draw your knees down towards your armpits. Okay. Bring your knees into chest. Set your strap down. Please turn over onto your side. Okay. And use your blocks at the tallest height. Step your right foot forward. Curl back toes, lift back knee. Good. Now, again, really feel the power in this back leg, firming all that same area we just did. Reach the heel back. Good. Lift your chest. Begin to straighten your front leg. Keep firming this back leg. And 5 times or so as you inhale, bend your right knee. Feel how that lifts the chest perhaps a little bit. Exhale, begin to straighten the right leg. You can drop the head if you like. Keep firming the back leg. Inhale, bend your right knee. Exhale, straighten right leg. Inhale, bend right knee. Exhale, straighten right leg. Left knee down, right knee down. Feel free to enjoy downward facing dog here, or switch sides. Left foot forward, right toes curl under. Feel for a moment, right thigh lifting up from the ground, not sagging, not dropping down here. Lifting, lifting, lifting. Begin to straighten this leg. Now, it might be that you need taller blocks, or even sometimes we might use 2 blocks. And your leg might not come all the way straight. But I feel like we start to continue to awaken the leg musculature and create more suppleness, bending and straightening. Inhale, exhale, right? You can keep your chest lifted or drop down, up to you. Strong back leg, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Then you can walk your back foot in, step it forward, knees bent, hands to waist, push your pelvis down, use the strength of your legs, come on up to stand. Take your block. I want you to bend your legs, feet about hip width apart. You're going to compress the block between your inner thighs like this. Now, lift and spread your toes, just the toes. Keep the rest of your feet on the ground. Compress the block in. See that I'm wrapping my outer thigh to my inner thigh, so I'm compressing the block. Toes are still lifting and spreading. And then from there, start to straighten your legs, right? The idea here is to awaken as many of the feet and leg muscles as we can, right? The block is a great tool for doing that. And that starts with the feet. So we lift and spread the toes here. We pull the kneecaps up. We do that by engaging the quadriceps. We compress the inner thigh musculature against the block. Out of breath because this is quite vigorous. It should feel pretty intense for your legs. Stay here for at least 5 breaths or so. If your legs need a break, bend your knees, relax your toes on the ground. And then let's repeat the steps again. Lift and spread the toes. Wrap outer thigh to inner thigh. Compress the block. As you start to straighten your legs, imagine that you could pull the block upwards. Spread your arms. Take your arms up. Awaken your body from the foundations from your feet up through the reaches of your arms. And exhale, release. Ooh, my legs are tired. Now, step out wide. Right? Take your block. Now this is the tallest height. Hold it in your right hand. Your left leg, lift the front of the foot, rotate it in about 15 degrees. So I've rotated that whole leg in. The right leg, lift and turn it forward 90 degrees. Left hand onto waist. Bend your right knee. See, I have a second block here. For some of you, you'll need both blocks. I want to bring it right up against the outside of the foot, though. Right. So my right hand can push on the block, or my right fingertips, left hand to waist. I'm going to start to straighten the right leg. Straighten the right leg. Anchor down through the left leg. Now start to turn, start to turn, start to twist. And the last ingredient here, if you'd like, left arm up to the sky. Triangle pose, Trikonasana. To come out, bend your right knee, take the block with you, use your back leg and use the top arm to lift you up. Okay. Turn your right foot parallel to the left. And if it's parallel now, then you're going to lift the front of the foot and rotate it forward a little bit. So about 15 degrees or so, we say. Left foot forward 90 degrees. You can see on this side, I'll be only using the one block here. I'm going to start with right hand at my waist. I'm firming the right leg vigorously. It should feel like a few moments ago when you were compressing the block with two straight legs. Each leg, especially this back leg, should feel that way. Bend your left knee. Take the block right to the outside of your ankle. Some of you might comfortably rest your palm there. For some of you, it might be more fingertips. For some of you, you might have the double stack of blocks. Good. Back leg strong. Firm the left leg. Now the left leg here starts to feel like it was also compressing that block that we did. Good. Both legs strong and powerful. Start to turn. So there's a little twist element here. Turn, turn, turn. Balance can be quite tricky, so right hand might stay right there, or you can try taking it up. Triangle pose. Keep firming the outer right foot, outer right heel. Keep firming the left leg. Now, this is my tighter side. If it feels like it starts to cramp, or it needs a little break, bend the knee, and then re-straighten it again. Use the power in your back leg and top arm. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend the front knee. Pivot on the heel so the left heel stays down, the foot turns, parallel the feet. Let's do a pose without the blocks. They're in place there if we want to use them for other poses. Left leg rotates in 15 degrees. Right foot rotates out 90 degrees. Inhale, raise your arms. Firm the back leg down. That's the anchor. Drop it down. Reach your arms slightly higher than shoulder height. You can look towards the front. Exhale, bend the right knee. Warrior two. A couple of the common errors we see here. The right thigh and knee dropped in. See if you can guide it straight over the center of the foot. Very often we see people reaching too far forward. Let your back arm pull you back. So you're centered right over the spine. Strong, powerful back leg, bending the right knee. Expand your arms from your heart. And inhale, come up. Bend the right knee, turn the foot, parallel the feet. Back foot turns in again about 15 degrees. Bend your left knee, pivot on your heel, turn it out 90 degrees. Strong, powerful back leg. Raise your arms. Exhale, bend your front knee. The knee is dropping in. You can look down. You should see a couple of your toes there. And you can always experiment. Straighten the front leg a little bit, bend it. Straighten it a little bit, bend it. Keep firming the back leg, keep reaching through your right arm. Expand your arms from your heart. Inhale, come up. Relax your arms, parallel your feet. Now, very often here, I like to go into this we call wide straddle forward fold. If you're in a lot of back pain or spasm, the forward bends aren't really indicated for you. They can put more pressure on the lower spine. If you're in that category, bring your feet together, pause. Otherwise, if your back is feeling okay and up for it, you can even look here, hands to waist. Tilt your pelvis forward, then drop your hands down. Bend the knees a little bit, like we did with the block. As you start to straighten the legs, press the feet down. Powerful, powerful, powerful legs. And then start to drop your head down. Let the crown of your head move towards the ground so the back of the neck and upper back are releasing. And then to come out, heel toe your feet towards each other a little bit so you narrow the stance, hands to waist, that safe, healthy way for the back. Use some leverage to come up to stand. Walk your feet together, mountain pose. Step your feet apart. That same width from those previous two standing poses, the same setup, the same entryway. Left foot rotates in 15 degrees, right foot rotates out 90 degrees. Raise your arms, strong, powerful back leg. Exhale, start to bend your right knee. Couple options here. Right forearm to thigh, this is sort of a nice beginner version. Left hand to waist. Right knee bends, back leg straightens. And just like in triangle, then we start to twist. You can take your left arm straight up. Now, look up, rotate your palm, rotate the arm, start to reach your left arm over your ear, extended side angle pose. Keep firming the back leg, keep bending the right knee, and inhale, come up. Whew. Parallel the feet. The wider the stance, the more vigorous it gets, right? Of course, you don't want it too wide, you would collapse down. Rotate right leg in 15 degrees, left foot out 90 degrees. Second version of extended side angle pose. Firm the back leg. Exhale, bend the front knee. You can do forearm on thigh as we did that first side, or hand on the block. With your hand on the block, press the left leg out into the arm and the arm into the leg. Keep firming the back leg, keep driving through the outer right heel. You can take your right arm straight up, turn it in its socket, roll your right tricep towards your right ear. Keep firming the back leg, keep bending the front knee. And then use your right arm and right leg to create more space through the whole right side angle of your body. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, parallel your feet. Hard talking and doing these at the same time. They're quite vigorous, even though I've done them many, many times. Okay, now we're going to do triangle pose again. Left toes in 15 degrees, right foot forward 90 degrees. Inhale, raise your arms. Exhale, bend your right knee. Hand on shin or ankle if you don't have blocks. If you have a block, right up against the outside of the right ankle heel area. Start to straighten your left leg. Right? Very often we're sticking our butt out and our torso then comes towards the ground. So sort of swing the right side of your pelvis, right buttock underneath you. Lay your head back. Now, for balance, it could be easier to look down. If you feel strong enough to, you can look forward, possibly upwards towards this top hand. Bend the right knee, push down through the back leg, lift with your top arm, come up, parallel the feet. Right toes in 15 degrees, left foot forward 90 degrees. Firm the back leg, expand your wings, exhale, bend the front knee. Straightening left leg, triangle pose. Go ahead, experiment if you're not doing this already. Stick your butt out, torso rotates towards the ground, and then swing your left buttock, left side of the pelvis underneath you. Lay your head back like you're on a beach with soft white sand. And then reach this top arm towards the sky, root the bottom arm into the earth. Work the legs. And inhale, come on up. Bend the front knee, parallel your feet, and walk them together. Mountain pose, Tadasana. This was meant as an introduction to the standing poses. There's a lot of them, there's more of them, but for today's class, we'll stick with those. Stand in mountain pose for a moment. Feel the power of your legs supporting and lifting. Gravity, this constant force pressing down and compressing our spine. One of the ways we counter that is by creating muscular support from the feet upwards through the legs to create a sort of a more stable, strong platform for our torso to balance on. We've worked the legs a little bit. We're going to go to the wall. You're going to lie down on your back. We're going to do legs up the wall pose. All right. Bring your mat to the wall. Come to sit pretty close to the wall. You can lean down onto your forearm and start to turn onto your back and bring your legs up the wall. After working your legs, or anytime you've been standing or walking or cycling or hiking, this feels so good for the body, so good for the legs. See, my legs are straight and I could be really close to the wall or right up against it. That works well for me. If you're tighter in the legs, you might need a little bit of space from the wall and maybe even legs slightly bent. More important is that lower back and back of the pelvis is resting on the ground, right? Once that's happened, right, and that distance from the wall is appropriate for your body to have that resting on the ground, then you can think about straightening your legs. This might be your go-to pose when you're exhausted, when your back starts to feel achy, when it feels like it might go out. Very often when I do this for myself, I do a couple poses using the wall I want to show you. Right? So legs straight up, this is the foundation, this is the starting and ending point. Version 2, cobblers. We've seen this before in another class. You never want to push on the knee joints. If you feel like you want to put a little force into your legs, let it be down here by your pelvis. Right? In version 3, a wide angle. Right? So my legs go pretty wide apart. Yours might be something more like that. Again, if it lifts your butt off the ground, then find a way of doing these where that doesn't happen. So if your legs feel like they need to move a little bit, you can try 5 or 10 breaths in each of those versions. You'll come back, what I'm calling version 2 or cobblers. Bring the knees together, version 1. Right? And feel free to utilize those as you need. You could go through that sequence 2 or 3 times or more, or sort of settle in here for legs up the wall pose. Go ahead and do that. Do that a few times, a big releasing exhalation through your mouth. And as your lips and mouth close, and you continue to once again breathe through your nostrils, and have that sense in your body of that exhalation through your mouth, where your whole body softening and relaxing. Any gripping, any tension in your lower back is dissolving and melting away. See, I'm moving my mouth and jaw around here to release some of the gripping in my neck, in my jaw. As your body continues to let go and rest, notice any shifts in the quality of your breathing. Are there any rough or jagged edges to your breath? Can you start to smooth those out so your breath feels steady, smooth? I like to think of a perfectly drawn circle, or a perfect circle. There's no start, there's no end. Your inhalation feeds seamlessly into your exhalation. Your exhalation feeds seamlessly into the inhalation. Perhaps very small or slight pauses at the top of the inhale or the top of the circle, at the end of your exhale or the bottom of the circle. While you stay a little bit longer in legs up the wall, continue to feel that circular quality of your breath. The inhalation, slight pause. Exhalation, slight pause. Inhalation, slight pause. Exhalation, slight pause. Perfectly drawn circle. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. I hope this class has provided some relief for your body, more ease to your breath. Thank you.